Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Good day to you. My name is Adiola. Today's video we'll be learning how to draft our shoulder dart. So I have a fresh paper here. So this part right here is my starting point. So this is my shoulder. So I measured 1 inch before this line. My first measurement is my shoulder, which is 14 inches. Then I divided it by 2. So I have 7 inches. So my next measurement is my chest line. So I divided my bust circumference by 6 and I added 1.5 inches. So here I have 8 inches. Then my bust I have 11.5 inches, my underbust 14, my waist 16, then the half-inch allowance. My shoulder is 7 inches. Then I repeat the same 7 inches on my chest line. Then I'm going to be connecting the two lines in a straight line. Then for my shoulder slope, I have 1 inch. Then my neck width, I have 3.75 inches. Then for the depth, I have 4 inches. So you take your desired measurement. Then I connected it. From my shoulder slope, I have 7 inches left. So I divided it by 2. So I have 3.5. Then I come in by ½ inch. I didn't make this part obvious because I'm going to be adjusting it. So my bust span is 9 inches, so I'll divide it by 2, so I have 4.5 inches. Then I'll take it from my bust all the way to my waist measurement and ½ inch for joining. I'll move to the shoulder. Then I'll measure what I have left after my neck width. So I have 3.5 inches left. Then I'll divide it by 2. Then I'll take 1.5 inches. So divide yours by 2 and take it. So I'm going to connect it to my bust points. So I have a video that is similar to this, so I'll drop the link. So to tighten the underbust, there is a standard procedure. So if your bust falls within the range of 32 to 35, use 1.5. If it falls within 36 to 41, use 2 inches. 42 to 45, use 2.5. And the last, which is 46 and above, use 3 inches. So since my bust falls within this range, so mine is going to be 38.5. So I'm going to use 2 inches. However you want to distribute it depends on you. So for my 2 inches, I decided to take 1 inch at the side front here and 1 inch at the center front. If yours falls within 2.5 inches, you can distribute 1.5 inches equally. So if it is 1.5, take 0.75 on both sides. Before I continue, I'll label my pattern. So this is my chest line, my bust, my underbust, my waistline. So back to my tightening, then I'll take 1.5 inches here and ½ inch on the center front. Then I'll repeat this measurement on my waistline and connect with a straight line. Next, from my bust, I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'll use my armhole curve to connect it from my underbust to my bust point. Then I'll do the same thing at the other side. So this next part is optional. You can take ½ inch on both sides and use your armhole to connect it to the dart leg. Connect it back to the first underbust line. So I'm going to use my marker to do this. Then I'll take 1 inch on both sides of my shoulder for the dart. So I'm going to be connecting it back to my bust. So before then, I'll measure what I have from my bust to underbust. So mine is 2.5 inches. I'm going to be taking that from my bust line. I'm going to input it here. So I'll mark this out a little bit. So I'll take 0.5 inches on both sides. Then I'll connect it back to my bust. Then I'll take it back to my shoulder of 1 inch. So after taking 1 inch on both sides, because we're going to be cutting this part off. So once we do that, our armhole curve here is going to be short. So let me trace that out so you can see. So the armhole is going to be tight. So at this point, you divide your bust by 4. So I have 9.6 inches. Then I connect it back to the chest line. So I'll replace back the 2 inches I measured earlier. So I input it here after this line. Then I'll trace it out just like an extension of my shoulder slope. So automatically my slope will fall to 1.5 inches. By the time I extend my 2 inches here, I have 1.5 inches. So to get the new armhole from this midpoint, I'll move to the first dart and measure to the midpoint. So I have 2.2 inches. So I'll take it from this line because this part here will be cut off. So here's my 2.2 inches. Then I'll connect all the 3 lines together. This new armhole line is no longer useful. So moving to the circumference now, my under bust is 37 inches, so I'll divide it by 4, so I have 9.2 inches plus the 2 inches that, then I'll place it here. My waist is 41.5, then I'll also divide by 4, so I have 10.3 inches plus the 2 inches that, and I'm going to connect all the lines together. Note, the length for the front and the back is not always the same from your shoulder to your waist. So to make sure it falls back to the same line, my front waist is 16 inches, so my back is 15 inches. So yours could be 2 inches, 3 inches, so mine is 1 inch. So on the bust line here, I'm going to be taking the difference of 1 inch. And I'll connect it to my bust line. So I need to close up my darts, so you can as well open up your shoulder darts to close up your bust dart or vice versa. Then you can use a sellotape to close your bust darts. I'll add my 2 inches allowance before cutting my pattern. I'll close this up, then blend in any awkward space, and if you find it difficult, open up your shoulder dart to close the bust darts. So I'll cut my front pattern now. So this is a armhole I'll be working with. Before I continue, I'll close up my darts permanently. Next, I'll cut my fabric with my pattern. So you can go ahead to add your half-inch allowance. You can still draw a new neckline if you wish. I have my fresh paper here, so this is my zipper. So this is also my starting point here. So my shoulder is 14 inches. I'll divide it by 2, so I have 7 inches. Then you take that after your zipper allowance. Then my chest line is 8 inches, which I have here. So next thing I'll do is to take my waist circumference. Remember I said my front waist length is 16 inches, so for the back it's going to be 15 inches. It's going to be shorter than the front pattern. Then my bust span of 4.5 inches, then I'll connect it to my waistline. Then remember to add half-inch allowance to your waist length. Then I'll take my bust circumference of 38.5 inches, so I have 9.5 inches here. So whatever I have left, I divide it by 2, then I have 7.5 inches. Then I come in by half-inch. So I connected the 3 lines together. So if you want to connect it at your midpoint, you can do that too. Then I took half-inch slope here, then I connect it back to my neck. Then for the neck, repeat your neck width that you took for your front pattern. So mine is 3.5 inches. Then you can take a depth of 1 to 1.5 inches. Then I'll take 1 inch from my back and connect it. Next, from my waist, I'll measure half-inch on both sides. So I'm going to be connecting it to my chest line. So if you also want the shoulder dart at the back pattern, so whatever you have here, divide it by 2 and you connect it to your chest point here. Then I'm going to add my 2 inches sewing allowance on my chest line. Next, my waist is 41.5 inches, so I'll take 10.3 inches. Then I'll also take this 1 inch that I took, I'll replace it back here. Then my allowance of 2 inches, then I'll connect all the lines. For the zipper allowance, to eliminate the zipper bulge on the waist, so I'm going to be coming in by 0.5 inches here. Before I forget, the shoulder slope for the front is 1.5 inches, so I'm going to adjust it to the actual measurement, because if you make use of half-inch or 1 inch, you're going to affect your sewing. So now I'm going to measure 1.5 inches, then I'll connect it here and connect it properly. So at this point, if you want to measure 0.25 inches on both sides of your shoulder like the front, so you also have a new armhole curve like this. By the time you measure it, you're going to have 1.5 inches. Then back to the zip bulge, and I'm going to be taking half-inch here and I'll connect it back to the upper parts here. So this is where my new measurement of the waistline start from now. Then after that, then I'll take my 1 inch or 1.5 inches for zipper from this line right here. So I'll measure 1.5 inches here all the way to the neck region. So my waist measurement will be adjusted, but before then I'm going to connect this line to my neck parts. So for my measurements, I'm going to start here. So I'll take my 10.3 inches, then the ½ inch that I come in on both sides, and my 2 inches allowance, then the ½ inch that I come in from my hip, from my waist, sorry, then I'm going to connect it. So once I'm through, I'll start cutting my pattern. This is my new zipper line. Then I'll label my zipper parts, the chest line, my waistline, then I also had ½ inch allowance to my shoulder. So this is my new line to follow. So at this point you readjust and you take your new midpoint measurements. So this is the armhole to follow if you took 0.25 inches on both sides of your shoulder. If you still want to maintain the old one, so this is the armhole to follow. I already cut out my fabric, so for the side front I added ½ inch, and to the shoulder same was added, and I've added my joining allowance. Then this is the center front, so add ½ inch also, and to the other part. Then for the back, add ½ inch to the shoulder only. Then I'll also add my wadding to it. So my wadding will be from this part to the under bust or to the waist. Then I also added wadding to the center front from my chest line to the under bust. Then you notch this part, so the front pattern and the back pattern falls back to the same line. Then I'm going to be joining a gathered dress to the blouse. So like my video, give it a thumbs up. So until I see my next video, bye. So right here I have joined the center front to the side front, and I've ironed. You open up your seam. So this is how it looks like.